Welcome to part 4. Yay. Okay, we did this one on a shorter nail. I know in my first video, the very opening, I had like a long pink nail, but I was like, I already did a long nail, so let me do a shorter one because the other ones are like, short. So these stencils are versatile. You can use it on more than just a long nail. You can use it on a short nail. These are all the ones we did, so if you haven't watched the other videos, I will make sure that they're linked in order down below. We did it over chrome, we did it over foil, we did 2-color, and we did it, well, actually 4-color, and we did it over cat eye. This one we're doing over a pink. If you didn't watch the other videos, you definitely should, but we are doing this on top of matte. Now, whenever I airbrush, I do love to airbrush over matte. And just because I'm lining it up like super geometric doesn't mean you can't turn it. So you can also turn this one a different way, if that makes sense. If you understand what I'm saying. You don't have to have it where it's smile line. You can actually say, you know what? I want the smile to be, it could look like a half circle is what I'm saying. So that's the whole point of the stencils, is to do something different without having to mentally figure it out and hand paint it. Now, I am going to go over this with white first because this is a pastel. I don't have to be crazy with the white. My airbrush is there. I haven't zoomed in that much. This is how far you should be from your nail. You don't have to be like all close up on it. When you're too close, it does make it flood the stencil. And you don't want that, so you do want to back up. I see a lot of people, they're like, oh, it never works for me. It just gets, it's always flooding. Yeah, you're using too much paint and you're very much too close to the nail. So what I want you to do is you're going to look down in the description below, and in that description, I am actually going to put more resources for you to help you sharpen your airbrush skills. We're going to use the pastel blue. We're doing a 3-color ombre here. The pastel blue is actually one of my favorites. When it runs out, I'm going to be very sad because I'll have to like mix color. And I love it, but this pastel blue is perfect. After we do the pastel blue, we're going to hit it with a lavender, which is kind of like it's more of a gray purple, this lavender. It's not like a baby purple, if you know what I mean, right? And when I switch colors, I usually just put a little bit extra of the color I'm using in there, spray a few times, because you only need 2 or 3 drops. Test it on my glove, and then go ahead and hit it with that second color. Comes out real smooth, real easy. This is acrylic water-based airbrush nail art paint. The airbrush shopping guide that pretty much tells you all the tools and things that I use is going to be down below as well. And then I'm going to hit it with a little peach on the end of that free edge. Just enough. Now, I promise you, once you hit this with the gloss, it's going to be crazy. It's definitely a show-stopping look. Like, your client is going to be like, oh my God. Or if you're doing press-ons, oh my God. And imagine doing this and doing like a 3D chrome look over top. Yeah, definitely 100% yes on everything. Hit it with the gloss. And then I'm going to show you like the recap of all 4 that we did. If you haven't watched the other 3, you're definitely going to want to look at these other videos because, oh my goodness, I've never seen anybody do this without having to hand paint it, and we just accomplished